Greetings, everybody. Welcome here to Prog Monster. This is a channel that is dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. My name is Murph, and I am the host of this show. So, we're here with the 31 favorite rock albums from the year 1982. This is the month of October. That's the series we're running this month. So, the album I've chosen actually was surprised when I went to get it and I realized I didn't have it. I was sure I had this album at some point. I probably do. It's probably somewhere in this collection that I can't find it. Anyways, the album is by Whitesnake. It's Saints and Sinners. A really strong Whitesnake album. Now, Whitesnake was one of those bands in the early days for me. When I discovered them, it was the Come and Get It album, which was the one with the big white snake on the cover of it. That was the first one I owned. And then the 87 album came out and I got that. And then I started collecting stuff back from them. And this was one of them, Saints and Sinners. I'm sure maybe my memory might be a little faulty. Maybe I had it as a vinyl. I'm not sure. But at any rate, a really solid album. In many ways, I think it's a better album than the 87 album, even though it didn't do nearly as well, but it's definitely a strong album with a lot of strong, catchy stuff on it. David Coverdale at his best on this album, or one of his best on this album. It's a rocker, no doubt about it. It's got some of that bluesy element that they had on their earlier albums, but maybe not as much as they did on the earlier stuff. But still a very strong album, and an album that I think, if I don't find it here, I'm assuming I don't have it and that I'm mixing it up with having owned it before in the past. And if I don't have it, it's definitely one that I have to have. I do like Whitesnake quite a bit. They've had a kind of a weird comeback for me. So they were a band that I listened to quite a bit during that 87 era, with that comeback album being in that same kind of early 80s stuff. And Ready and Willing and a few others like that. And so I followed them a little bit then, but then a lot then, and then kind of drifted away like I did with so many other bands. And since I've been on this channel, I've kind of they've made a little bit of a comeback. Early on in the channel, they were making a bigger comeback, but they've kind of drifted a bit over the last year or so as I've been following other stuff and haven't been paying attention to them. But recently I've been listening to them a little bit more. And this album, to me, is one of their better albums. Some people say it's their best album. I have my own personal favorites, but I'm not going to argue with people that think this is their best album. I'm not. I think that they could be completely right on this. But, sorry, something stuck out of my teeth, I guess. Anyways, it's a solid album, an album worth exploring. Of course, coming out in 1982. Coming here at day 15, so it's in the top half of these 31 albums now as we start to get closer to the top albums, which are absolutely killer. This one is kind of like the Eloy album. They're starting to make that jump, is starting to go up quite a bit here. Tomorrow's album will make a bigger jump, but this one could have went below the Eloy album, but the Eloy album's a little bit newer, so I decided that this one had a little more time with me, and I just thought it was a better album overall. So it's going to come in here at number 15 of my 31 favorite albums for the year of 1982. The series we're running for October. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please hit the like and subscribe. That's much appreciated. I don't know why I still have my glasses on. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, as that'll help you not miss any of the content. And any comments about this album or any of the albums I've done, you can put that in the comment section below. And we will be back tomorrow with another episode of my 31 favorite albums from the year 1982. So take care and have a good one. Goodbye.